Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be just a little ramble video. It's just something I've wanted to talk about for a while, and I thought I'd make a video. I do just want to preface this video by saying I am no dietary expert. I'm not trying to give anybody any advice other than trying to make them feel better about themselves and love themselves kind of thing. What I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to force people to eat a certain way, look a certain way, be a certain way. This is just my thoughts on like diet culture and sorry, I'm playing with my pop socket. How like diet culture has affected especially like young people, but everybody really. I want to say mainly women, but I do know that men also get affected by obviously diet culture and things like that, but I'm saying from like a woman's point of view, so it's just my personal thoughts. But yeah, that's just the disclaimer really. I'm not telling anyone to eat a certain way, be a certain way, do things a certain way. I'm just rambling on and it's just my thoughts on diet culture. If you're wondering why my phone case is empty, I don't know if anyone was, but it's because I have to take my phone out of my phone case to put it in the little tripod because it won't fit with the phone case in it, especially because it's got a pop socket. So yeah, so that's just there and I'm playing with it because I fidget with stuff when I'm talking. Basically, like, especially lately, what am I trying to say? Like, over the past couple of years, because since I've met my boyfriend, I've put weight on, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that is because like it's healthy relationship weight and you get comfy and stuff. And don't get me wrong, like I still have days where I struggle with like having put that weight on, but then like I try and rationalize it, and like I do actually love myself or try to love myself just as I am. And like, so I used to be a size 10, 10, 12 really. Now I'm a 12, 14. And so a UK size 10, 12. Now I'm a UK size 12, 14 for reference, because I know it's different in different countries, isn't it? Because whatever size we are here, so say you're a size 12 here, you're a 12, 10, 8 in America. You like go back 2 sizes, either way. Anyway, so for years and years, since I was like 16, right through until when I met my boyfriend, when I think I was about 24-ish, I was a size 10, I was 10 stone, and everybody carries weight differently. Don't forget that, because say like my mum, when she was in like nursing school, when she was younger, there was her and like one of her friends, they were like the same height and the same dress size, but my mum always weighed more than a friend, because obviously like her muscle mass or bone density or whatever, it's probably muscles actually, like her muscle mass was more than her friends, if that makes sense. So like people can be exactly the same size, look like both as like slim as each other or whatever, or like same kind of body type, and weigh different things. So that's why like BMI doesn't make any sense, because like I'm going off on a tangent here, but it really winds me up that like doctors still use BMI as like an indicator, because they shouldn't. Because like say somebody who's a bodybuilder, their muscle mass is going to be like huge, isn't it? Because obviously they're pumped. And somebody who, so they could have like an obese BMI because their muscles weigh more, but somebody who is like quite what was I gonna say, like, or maybe a bit overweight or something, they would have like a more healthy BMI. Do you know what I mean? Like their number would be lower than the bodybuilders, and that's because the bodybuilders obviously fitter, but their muscles weigh more. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to like describe things without offending anybody, because you don't want to, because you should never really like comment on other people's bodies or judge other people for how they look or what they do. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, right, what was I trying to say? I always go off on tangents. If anyone's actually following this video, then well done. But yeah, so I was like a size 10 from like what, 16, probably even younger than that, like 15, 16, right through until, in fact, probably younger. I want to say like early teens, like 14-ish. So from like 14 right through to 24. So for 10 years, I was a size 10, 10 stone. I could just go and pick up a size 10 off the rack and it would fit. The only thing that I would get in one size bigger would be trousers, jeans, and coats. Because like trousers and jeans, you want to have a bit of room for when you're eating. You don't want to be uncomfortable. Excuse me. And also coats, you want to have 1 or 2 sizes too big, or 1 or 2 sizes bigger than you are, So you can, especially in winter, because you'll be wearing your coats in winter, won't you, thick ones, you can wear like thick jumpers underneath and you've got movement. Excuse me. So yeah, I was that for like 10 years. Then I met my boyfriend, and obviously I put on like a couple, I think it might be 3 stone now, so I'm like maybe 12 and a half, 13 stone now. And that's perfectly okay. And don't get me wrong, I struggled with it to begin with, mainly because it was a change, and I struggle with change quite a lot. Because I was used to just being able to pick a 10 off the rack and know it would fit. I wouldn't even have to try it on. Whereas now I'm sort of between a 12 and a 14. So like certain things I'll get a 12 in, and then like again like trousers and jeans and things I will get a 14 in. So it's difficult, and like even and like some jeans, because not all jeans and trousers are the same, I even have to get a 16 in instead of like a 14. And that's because some jeans, I don't know, like different shops have different sizes. You'll know if you're a woman. I'm like, say someone, like when I was like a size 10, I knew I was a size 10. I could have things in my wardrobe that are a 12, 14, 10. Do you know what I mean? Because each shop has different sizings. But yeah, basically now I'm like between a 12 and a 14, but in like jeans and trousers and stuff. I sometimes have to get like a 16, so 2 sizes up, because sizings are weird in women's sizings. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the same in men's, but like I'm mainly a 12, but like, well, I'm sort of like between. What I'm trying to say is, if you're like a size, like if I was like a dead on 12 instead of between a 12 and a 14, you go into shops and you don't know what you're going to get, because like women's sizings is just stupid. But I really struggled with that, like the change in my body and how it looked, because I'd been the same for like basically my formative years, because I feel like I was a kid, because like 13 you're a kid, aren't you? So like even at 14 you are. So from like being a kid right through until I was 24, I was the same. I'd never had to buy any different, I'd never looked any different really. So it was like a big change for me. Like my face is round, and now obviously I've got more weight here. I have a bit of a tummy now, which I didn't used to have before, which I sometimes get like a bit of like, I don't know if it's body dysmorphia or a bit like, it's probably not, but I get like a bit upset over it sometimes. You know, like before I'd be able to wear a dress and it would just skim over me. Now, because I have a tiny bit of a tummy, depending on the material, it sometimes sort of clings to my tummy a tiny bit. But it's okay to have a little bit of a tummy. And if I think about it, I'm nearly 30 now. I'm like 27, nearly 28. I'm 28 in a few months. And your body fluctuates throughout your life. And I'm nearly a 30-year-old woman, so I am not going to have the same body that I had when I was 20. Because at 20, you're not even fully grown yet. You don't stop fully growing until you're like, what is it, 25? Like maturing and growing, and your mind, like your brain growing and stuff. So, and your body's going to fluctuate throughout your life anyway. So use like elderly people as an example. They can be like slim when they're younger. Then you get like, if they have kids, your body changes when you have kids. You might put a bit of weight on, that's fine. And then when you're middle-aged, then you might lose a bit. Then when you're middle-aged, you get a middle-aged spread. And then when you become like as old as my grandma, who's 90, you go really wispy and thin again. Do you know what I mean? So, and she weighs less now than what I did when I was 10 stone before I met a boyfriend. So what I'm trying to say is, like, your body fluctuates throughout your life, and that's okay. I saw a quote somewhere where it said your body fluctuates throughout your life, but your worth doesn't. And that's so true. And I hate that we have to make videos like this and that we have to think like this and have to rationalise, because everybody and everybody's body is different, because we're not robots and we're not coming out of a factory. We're all different. You wouldn't look at different like types of dogs or different types of cats or whatever and be like, oh God, that breed doesn't look like that breed. Would you? Because yes, they're all dogs, like we're all humans, but like each human and like each dog, they're all a dog, but they're all different breeds. And we're all humans, but we're all different because we're individuals. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? I've been rambling for 10 minutes already. It's horrible that we have to think like this, and it's really rubbish with like, especially social media, and even when I was younger, because social media was just becoming a thing when I was younger. It was like bloody MySpace, then Bebo. I used to love Bebo. Lol. And then Facebook. But especially now with Instagram and TikTok and things, I feel for like young people, especially young girls, because I do feel like, and again, I'm speaking from a female's point of view, like a woman's point of view. I know men struggle with body issues and stuff, but like from a woman's point of view, especially when you're a young girl or a young woman, the pressure to look a certain way and be a certain way is just stupid. Like, in my opinion, if a bloke has like a bit of a tummy or a bit of like a bit of chub on them, chub, whatever, I'm trying to describe things, I'm not saying things in a bad way, then that's a dad bod, and everyone's like, oh, I love dad bods and it's amazing. But women who can actually like grow and birth children, I mean, I never want children and that's just my personal preference, but people, especially who've had children and stuff, they've got a mum bod because they've had a child, they've like grown an entire human and birthed an entire human, but because they've got like a bit of weight on them from that process, everyone's like, ugh, like what? Like, so a bloke can have like a bit of weight on them and it's okay, but a woman can't. It's just stupid. It really is just silly. It like boggles my mind that it's like that, to be honest. And like society as a whole has just made it so that women, in my opinion, are held to like a higher standard than men, of like, oh, she didn't wear makeup. Like, I don't wear much makeup. I've got the tiniest bit of blush and highlighter on today. That's as much as I will wear usually. Like, most of the time I go without makeup. Oh, she don't wear makeup. She's not making much of an effort. Men go around without makeup on all the time and it's fine. Why is my face not enough? Why is my body not enough? Do you know what I mean? And it's always like women are always held to these higher standards and they're made to like, oh, you've got to lose weight, you've got to have a flat stomach, you've got to have a thigh gap. What the hell even is a thigh gap? It's just stupid. Like, everybody's bodies are built differently. You might have a thigh gap, but I'm not going to, because that's not how my body is. Like, physiologically, it's just silly. So like, you want to have a flat tummy, have a thigh gap, then you want them to have a big bum but no tummy, and then you want them to have big boobs but not too big, and you don't want them to be too small, and you want them to have like certain features, or you want them to be a certain amount of tall, or blah 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 blah. It's just a load of crap, really, when you think about it. Do you know when you think about it and it, like, you zoom back out, we're literally little ants on like a floating rock in the sky. So what the hell does it matter? Yeah, take pride in your appearance, but what I'm trying to say is you don't have to look a certain way or be perfect, because no one can be, because humans aren't. Everyone's flawed in their own way, whether that like be your looks or your personality or whatever. Everyone has flaws. But yeah, I don't know. Basically, I'm just trying to say in this video, especially because like it's been hard for me over the past couple of years putting that weight on. It's hard sometimes to love yourself in a society that's always telling you that you need to be different. Why is who I am not enough? Do you know what I mean? Like, so I don't wear makeup, so what? If I wanted to wear it, that's fine. Do whatever you want, but make sure you're wearing it for you. Don't wear makeup or dress a certain way or exercise to the extent that you like lose loads of weight just because you think that society and other people want you to do that. Do it for you. Only ever do things for you, not for the people. Like, my face is enough. Like, I go out into the world with a bare face now and I don't care. When I was younger, I wouldn't even used to leave the house without makeup, and that's because we're so conditioned as a society, and especially surrounding women, to wear makeup and look a certain way. Like, my mum always says, I've got to put my face on before I leave the house. Why do you though? Why? Unless it's for yourself and you're making yourself feel better, that's fine. But if it's for other people, but why? Like, when I go out into the world now, I know that my face is enough. I don't need to wear makeup. I am enough. That's all I want people to take out of this video. You are enough. And like, there's a YouTuber that I watch and she's called Rosie Henshaw. You should go watch her, she's really good. And she said, she did a video a bit like this. She inspired me to do this actually, because I've had this in my mind for a while. But she said, what you weigh is just how much your physical form weighs on this earth. It doesn't weigh your compassion. It doesn't weigh your kindness. You can't quantify who you are as a person. You can't quantify how you treat other people. You can't quantify your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. You aren't just your physical form. So that is all. What you weigh is just what your body weighs on this earth. It can't quantify who you are as a person. So yeah, basically, I just hate diet culture. I hate the whole you've got to look a certain way, you've got to be a certain way, because I find it hard to accept myself now. I've put a bit of weight on. Not all the time, sometimes I do. It's a process, pardon me. And I do struggle with change, like I said, but my boyfriend loves me how I am. And I mean, it doesn't matter what other people think, but what I'm saying is, as in, don't change yourself for other people. Like, I need to get it in my head 100% that how I look and how I am, like, it's enough. I am enough as a person. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, basically this whole video has just been like, I hate diet culture. I hate, like, do you like calorie counting and all this stupid crap? Like, fair enough, if you're wanting to lose weight and you want to go on a fitness journey, that's fair. But don't deprive yourselves of things like when you're 80 or when you're on your deathbed, are you really going to look back and be like, I'm really glad I didn't have that one slice of cake? Do you know what I mean? Or like when you look back on pictures of your loved ones who have passed away, do you look back on them and think, oh God, weren't they fat? Oh God, look at that. Shouldn't they have like had a different hairstyle, dressed a bit different? Shouldn't they have lost a bit of weight? No. You look back on that photo and you think, there's that person that I really loved. Do you know what I mean? So take with what you will out of this video. Basically, take what you want out of this video. But I just want to say, shove it to diet culture, shove it to society telling you that you're not enough and you've got to look or be a certain way or act a certain way, whatever. What do I always say? And I'm going to end the video as I always say, and I genuinely mean this when I say it at the end of every video. Be safe, be well, be you, love yourself, and you are perfect just the way you are. So, and actually, I'm going to add, you are enough, because you are. I've been rambling for nearly 20 minutes now. If you've made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, a comment, and a thumbs up is a like. Subscribe if you want to. Hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload. I'm going to reiterate again, stay safe, stay well, stay you. Love yourself. You're perfect as you are enough, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.